What? What did you just call me? Hello, test, test, 1 2 1 2. Test, test, 1 2 1 2, test.
Hello, test, test, 1 2 1 2.
What the hell's going on here?
Test, test, 1 2 1 2, test. Test, test, 1 2 1 2. What the hell's going on here? Test, test.
Holy shit, bro. Wait, can I just do that?
It was like not texting to a yawning. Nowadays I'm overthinking till the morning. Switched up and turned without a warning. But I know my heart forever bleed. Truth is the strangers like magicians. Never knew them tricks were up your sleeve. Hey, I'm sick of this back and forth. Stop, it's starting to get contagious. I had to put the bridges out you built. What I felt inside would have been outrageous. Stop acting, think I believe that. That's catfish, poor performance. Watch your number, please, or contact. Buzz you up so I can call that a problem. Can't tell me like, what do you want? Yeah, tell me like, what do you need? Fresh tip when you're doing your feet. New LV when you fly overseas. Call plumbing cause I'm at a band swimming cause I'm in a D. Don't call me, you already know. I'm on the road and you for the streets. Young on and ain't the same. I guess we're on different things. I guess now we're distant strangers. You said it's no fun to blame, but I was not the one to change. Cause I was not the one to save you. You were my everything, now I regret everything. I wanted you here with me, but you didn't want that. I'll do anything, I don't know what's you're in. I wanted you here with me, but it was too much to ask for. You know that I had you. You know that I would've did anything, anything that you asked for. You know that I had you. I know that you know I gave everything. Don't get put in that blender. Hold on, who is you? Pat him down before he enter. Don't you hang with the ops talking about he don't remember. Trying to copy what I do. You is not a printer. Cooped up, too up, mate. Get they suit tucks begging. I ain't even got $2 for you. Roll call when I'm coming with me. No, this ain't jump ball. You can't jump with me. Ballin' jump, man. Touch hands. We bout to bump then. Better bang yours. Cause I bang mine. This ain't happen overnight. It take time. You seen a Super Bowl, the cheat code. Game time. Game time. Game time. Game time. Yeah, it's game time. What I want for Christmas too. That's the same time with me, it's game time. But with you, yeah, it's same time. Hey, keep playing around, get your head. Don't wanna live right, well, alright, leave you dead wrong. Hey, well, okay. I catch the dog, he getting the beats like it's Dre, like the money in the bank. You better play where it's safe. Told him belly fill his tank, run him to the next state. I get down, I get dirty, catch him out of club. Thinking he gon' get a pass from the slide me something. Hungry for it, see an issue and I rub my stomach. The nut paper to make a book, I could get it published. What? You don't believe me? Think for brown skin, real can see the got good go retrieve it. Just short small when that's from Cali with the cheetah print out white curve. Game time. Game time. Game time. Yeah, it's game time. Game time. Game time. Game time. Yeah, it's game time. controller, the lever king, I told you. Hop in and let the journey begin. Fate, a shiny face, letting someone pour out his face. So full of face, I just wanna get that up and down. We're moving on around, we're going up and down. We're moving on around. I wanna show you my world, where the beat goes up and down. Let me open the door. Elevator operator. Like him, I really wanna be like him. I wanna be like him. Forget about that. Hats up in the sky, and we keep getting, and let you down, that you cannot deny. A glowing light, it's shining bright. I cannot wait to get inside. Still out of sight. When we wanna go up and down, we're moving on around. We're going up and down. We're moving on around. I wanna show you my world, where the beat goes up and down. Let me open the door. Elevator operator. Elevator operator. When I just wanna get down, my act is going up. You better listen to the tone. Know your body like you got. Where we never stop. Get down. I wanna listen.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to downtown Detroit and Ford Field, the home of the Lions. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. Here's Carlos Santos ready to get this one started. And off we go from Ford Field. Here comes a return from the 5. Ho-ho! Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line.
32-yard line.
Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. And that'll go for a gain of about 4. Jalen Johnson up from his corner spot to make the stop.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 36-yard line.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Gibbs. Gibbs with a first down and more. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. 25 yards, the pickup there. Good for a Lions first down.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
First down, and they stick with Gibbs. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. Brings up second down.
Out of the shotgun. It's gone. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. First down and more inside the 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions. It's his second touchdown of the year. Bates, good, with the extra points. And the Lions will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, it's Devin Duvernay. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line.
At their own 34-yard line.
Here's Williams to begin with a pass. Throw right side, caught by Odunze. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Give him 14 on that play. One first down. First run of the game here for DeAndre Swift. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 48-yard line, here's second down and 7. Burden, the man on the move. Quick throw, taken in, and that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
On first down, it's Swift. Down the sideline, inside the 25. What a run, he brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line. A gain there of 24 yards. Good for a Bears first down. Another run here, another run by Swift, and he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 13-yard line.
Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. That's complete. It's Odunze. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with first and goal. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's first and goal. And he's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal.
Second and goal. Now it's from the 6-yard line. One more time. They try Swift. And that big offensive line. Clearing space. He's in. DeAndre Swift. Touchdown, Chicago.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score in the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Play action. Goff. This one complete to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And it'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
That's good.
Great way to start the drive. A gain of 20 and a first down.
10 at the 42-yard line.
Goff gives it to Gibbs. And a good one here on the ground across midfield. Let's give him 9 for the carry. From just across the midfield stripe, here's second down and a yard. From the gun, it's Goff. Open man downfield, it's Laporta. And he is taken down. A big gain on that one. Great way for them to end this opening quarter. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. All even on the scoreboard. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's a handoff into Gibbs. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Well, nothing doing here, and I think you can see pretty early on. Now, while he's trying to remain patient and see if a hole pops, it's just too slow of a developing play. He never gets into the teeth of the defense at all and ends up being taken down for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Here's Goff. The pressure gets there, and down he goes.
We spend so much time talking about quarterbacks and the special plays that they can make, and of course that's a big part of playing quarterback in the NFL, but also, can you avoid the bad plays? Do you know when the fight is over and live to play another down? Don't take that sack. Throw the ball away, get back out there on 3rd down, and give yourself a chance.
Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. And he will get into the end zone. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions. He had the touchdown run earlier. Now add a TD reception.
And that was just a great drive. Really from start to finish, Mike, you could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix and run, mix and pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. You can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns. Man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
He's knocked out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
From the 43, here's second down and 9. From the shotgun, it's Williams. Now he'll air one out, and the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Ball's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Mike, with this guy's speed, he's not an easy target to overthrow, so that's one of those where they're telling this quarterback, throw it with everything you got. Just lay it out there, and more times than not, he's going to run under it, but in this case, just a little bit too much on it. He winds up overshooting his man.
Open man, left side, he's got it. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
It's a gain of 23
That's 2 catches on this drive, this one for 23 yards. Here's first and 10. Here's Swift. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
A gain of a yard brings up second and 9.
Working out of the gun, here's Williams. That pass is caught by Burden. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
On third down, it's Williams. Another one there for Burden. And he's in. Luther Burden. Touchdown, Bears. For Burden, that is his first touchdown in the NFL.
This is the type of start you dream about as a kid, Mike. First NFL catch, and it goes for a touchdown. I mean, you can't make it up. You got to imagine he's got to be rolling right now, and I'd go right back to him.
Ties the game at 14. Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. This fielded at about the 9. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field.
Their own 22-yard line.
Now, this looks like a design run, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. Now Goff. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
That's caught by Gibbs. 18 yards on the connection. First down, Detroit.
That's good for a Lions.
On the handoff, this is Gibbs. He's beyond midfield to the 45. And he's got another one. Jameer Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions. That is 3 touchdowns in the game and 4 for the season. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Moore going in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Williams. That's complete to Moore on the right side.
Complete to number 2, DJ Moore. A gain of 3 brings up second down.
It is 2nd and 6. Here's Williams. And he goes up top looking for Komet. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. A big-time play for the Bears. It's a gain of 34. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Williams. He's got it inside the 5. And he'll take it on in. DJ Moore. Touchdown, Chicago.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This taken around the 11. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. On 1st and 10, here's Goff. Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
Moore going in motion. Williams going to look to throw it on 1st down. That'll be caught by DeAndre Swift. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this first half.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Here's Williams now to throw. Connection made. It's Burton. He'll be taken down, but just like that, they are in business. It's 1st and goal.
First and
That's a
goal.
second charge timeout to Chicago. And the stoppage comes with 23 seconds left on the first half clock. Ball resting on the 9. First down and goal. To throw, it's Williams. He's got his man, middle of the end zone. Cole Kmet, touchdown Bears. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A third touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Halftime, coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. The Lions called their first timeout, and he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Second down and 8.
5-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground here again. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. And the offense will elect to burn a timeout. 5 seconds remaining in this second quarter. On first down, it's gone. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
We see this time and time again in the NFL, Mike. You want to play quarterback at this level, you better figure out a way to be able to bounce back following a bad throw, a bad series, a bad game. And in this case, he's got to bounce back from a pick on the last drive, and he's got to find himself some easy completions and settle himself back into this one.
So we are at halftime, and Greg and I will be back right after this. It's the National Football League on EA Sports. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Here's Williams on first and 10. That complete to Swift. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So, I know the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
From the 29, here's second down and 4. They will run it over center with Swift. And he's going to get the first down. He is up past the 35-yard line.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on third down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in third down. I want to get all of my conversions on first and second down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
Throwing on first down, it's Williams. That's a short throw caught by Kmet. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down. ground, here's the Texas Longhorn, Roschon Johnson. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
On the give, it's Johnson. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down.
A gain of 7 brings up 2nd down at the 19-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run out of the gun. It is Swift. And they'll have 1st and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
The story of this drive has just been their ability to sustain and get fresh sets of down. Now, in this case, after picking up that big gain on the ground, they find themselves 1st and goal.
And now movement up front. This crowd is making it tough down deep in the red zone. Now it is 1st and goal. A give, and here's Johnson. And good strength shown there. He takes it down to the 8.
He was brought down at the 8-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and goal.
Here's 2nd and goal. Now Williams. The pressure gets home. He's lost the football. And the Lions have come up with the football.
I just hope the young kids watching this are really paying attention. You get rewarded when you play with incredible effort. He's been close all game long, and he just continues to rush and rush. Now he gets the strip, sack, fumble recovery all at once.
On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. This will be a short pickup to about the 30. Taylon Johnson up from his corner spot to make the stop.
Brings up 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Goff. That'll be taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field
It's going to go down as an incompletion, but it wasn't from a lack of effort. I mean, he did everything in his power to try to get both feet in bounds. The pass just took him a little bit too close to the sideline, and he just wasn't able to save the play.
3rd and 5. Out of the shotgun. It's Goff. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
On 4th down, Lions going to send out the All-Pro from a season ago, Jack Fox to punt. And back deep is Devin Duvernay to return. Oh, no fair catch, and he pays the price. Big shot to make sure this return didn't even get started. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. To throw is Williams. Toss right side to the tight end, Komet. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
The Bears will use one of their timeouts here. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. He'll go right back to Komet. He's got it again. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conserved. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Toward the middle, that's caught by Moore. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. DJ Moore. Touchdown, Chicago. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And another score in another good performance after winning the opener on their way to 2-0.
Mike, you can't be 2-0 without being 1-0, and for them to be able to continue to string early wins together in the first part of the year, this is the start that every team dreams about. This is what you work for all offseason long to start your season and build some early momentum. Gives you a lot of flexibility and wiggle room as the rest of this season plays on.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. From the gun, it's Goff. This one intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And he's going to be out of bounds, but quite a turn of events here. He has set up the offense with 1st and goal.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position. And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the second half, and that's only his 2nd incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
On 2nd down, it's Williams. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. That is caught by the tight end. Cole Kmet, touchdown Bears. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Now a stoppage, we have an injured Lion.
Cairo Santos to kick off.
So here's
for
Santos
Chicago.
after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30.
At their own 29-yard line.
I've been ready since my dad used to tell me he was coming to the house to get me. He ain't show. Valuable lesson, man.
Goff to throw on 1st down. He'll look underneath and finds Gibbs.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Ball on the 35. Here comes a 2nd and 5. On the ground, this is Gibbs. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. An even 40 yards.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Goff. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be 2nd down. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the receiver he was trying to target, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to the air, it's Goff. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Tim Patrick. Touchdown, Detroit. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
That's pulled in, and they're able to tack on the 2-point conversion.
42, Lions 29.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
This is tough. You're trying to give your guys a chance and time it just right, but you have to hit it hard enough. This time, it doesn't go 10 yards. Not going to work out.
On the give, it's Swift. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
So these situations, Mike, are always very tricky for a play caller. Of course you want to keep the clock moving. You're just trying to run the game out and maintain this lead, but you also don't want to become overly predictable. So with the defense just selling out to stop the run, I think they have to mix in a few high completion percentage passes to just at least keep them off balance. The defense had their sights set on making a big play one way or another. First, it was the initial pressure. They thought they had the quarterback for a sack, but then they get their hands on the ball, and I think if you're this offense walking back into the huddle, Mike, an incomplete pass there is probably the best possible outcome.
You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down. That one on target to Moore. And he's into the end zone yet again. DJ Moore. Touchdown, Chicago. That is his third touchdown of the afternoon. So add another touchdown and touchdown pass for that matter. He has thrown 6 already in this one. Amazing stuff.
The Bears will line up.
Throwing is Williams. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. And they will not be able to add with a 2-point conversion.
29. Cairo Santos.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Here's Williams on the return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
31-yard line.
Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. That's caught by Gibbs. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
15 yards. That's good for the Lions. First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's Goff. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. And he'll be out of bounds. A pickup, though, of 6.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down. The tight end, Sam Laporta, the intended receiver. 3rd down coming up. That's a second charge timeout to Chicago. We'll talk things over before 3rd down.
I got him.
Here's Goff. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
A dive, and he's got the 1st down. Quite an effort. He knew exactly where he needed to move it to, and they'll have a new set of downs. Forced to his right. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
It's another Detroit Lions first down. First and 10 at the 27.
Here's Gibbs. Good blocking to the 15. And on that first and goal, he is down inside the 10-yard line. The Lions called their first timeout. They'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in this one. They've got it at the 8, first down and goal. Now Goff. He's got it at the 3. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. Do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. Now Goff leads the Lions for a 2-point drop.
The Lions will
They'll drop to throw. That is caught. And they get the 2-point conversion.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. Unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points. Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
Now it's Johnson. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. It's a pickup of 12. First down, Chicago.
2-possession lead, fourth quarter. This is the time, Mike, when you really can rely heavily